Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about a company and analyze it and see if the company is worth keeping in a long-term portfolio and whether it's the right time to enter into the stock. So the title is Company Corner and the stock we are discussing is Blue Dart Express. Please go through the video fully, comment if you have different views or you have any query so that I am able to answer your queries and proceed further. So let's get going. Blue Dart Express is an express company, is a courier company and leader in that space. It has a market share of 54%. In fact, last 6-7 years it grew from 45% to 54%. So it is number one in the company and consolidating its position every day. If you look at the market cap, it can be termed as a mid-cap stock, around 17,000 crore as today's price, and today's price is 71.50, all-time high 96.40 and low is 54.25. So it is available at about 26-27% discount from the all-time high. The stock P is 36, not very high for MNC, not very low. So good at this price in my opinion. Book value is 433, dividend yield is 0.84. ROCE and ROE are very interesting. If you look at ROCE 31% and ROE is 55.2%, hopping 55.2%. Let's look at the company's growth. Sales growth in 3 years as well as 5 years are more than 10%. So company has been growing continuously at 10%. And profit also has grown at the pace of 65% in last 3 years and on a compound growth of 24% in last 5 years. So actually last 3 year performance has been quite good. And when you look at debt to equity, it is 1. This company is to be a zero debt company and maybe for certain facility expansion they took some debt. Again in last couple of years they are continuously reducing the debt. So I hope in years to come again it will become a zero debt company. But in both 3 years and 5 years time period, it has generated positive cash flow. So based on the criteria or fundamentals, it appears to be a good company. So what we'll do is, we'll dig a little deeper and then see how this company is performing. So when you look at this company, let's say quarterly results. Quarterly results here is for 12 quarters. So primarily 3 years. So in 3 years time period, like September 19 to September 22, sales are multiplied 1.65 times roughly. Operating profit has multiplied, almost have doubled. And net profit has multiplied 5 times, 6 times. So very good performance from that perspective. So what I'll do is, we'll take the profit loss and then dig into it little bit deeper and then see whether this company, how it is performing. So let us read some numbers here. Like compound sales growth, as I mentioned, is 10+% every year, and current year it is growing quite aggressively. Compound profit growth is also 13% for 10 years, 5 years 24%, and 3 years 65%. And stock returns, like stock price CAGR, has been interesting, 14% on the period of 10 years CAGR. And last 3 years it has given 50 years. So let's go to little deeper into the P&L and then see how these things look like. So when you look at what I have done here is P&L, I have taken from the site, copied it over here so that I can dice through and then look at different trends. So we plot EPS for last 10 years, like December 10 to March 22. You know, in the early year, EPS was almost stagnant. So growth was coming from the sales. But last COVID time, it dipped. For obvious reason, as you all know. But last 3 years, post-COVID, it has been increasing rapidly. So in fact, EPS has gone to all-time high of around 200 rupees per share in the current year. And similarly, this performance is coming due to OPM. Operating profit margin have grown in last 3 years. This means they have done excellent cost management, or they have improved the efficiency of operation in last 3 years. And if you look at sales have been continuously growing. So 10 years back or 11 years back, it was around 1,000 crores. Today is more than around 5,000 crores. So in 5 years, sales have multiplied 10 times. Now, so basically increasing trend except COVID times. That is what we can infer from here in commentary. When you come to cash flows, because cash flows normally we look at from the perspective of should we select this company. Now when you look at cash flow, the two aspects, cash flow for operating activity and cash flow for investing activity, they are very, very important. If you sum up, these numbers should be positive. And if they are positive, then it is a very good company, well managed company. So when you look at the sum of these two numbers which are shown here in yellow cells, varying 1 or 2 years, almost every year you see it positive. The third aspect, when you look at the board of this company, the board is a board of multinationals, like different people from different facets of life, and they are professionals. So there is no concentration of board. So in all the parameters, it's an excellent board. The cash flows generate free cash flow, and the numbers in terms of return numbers, etc. are very good. So from that perspective, company is excellent. Now when you talk about ratios like debtor days, so debtor days are sort of highly under control, although they have not been improving, neither deteriorating. So in last year it was 48 days, so great. Cash conversion cycle, which is basically inventory days, day payable, club, everything. Cash conversion cycle is also under control, so excellent. Like numbers in terms of working capital management and all those is quite good. And ROCE has been fluctuating, but again, last year it was 31%, which was highest. This was due to COVID. So, or we guess that in years to come, it's going to continue at 31%. Now let's look at the peers, because when you talk about the company, whether company is how it is positions and all those that you can get from the peer analysis. In this area, as I mentioned, the space is growing at about 3% CAGR, the industry, but this company has been consolidating its share at about 6%. So year after year, it is increasing its market share. It is number one, and the company is very strong in this space. Other competition could be Delhivery, Gati, and Corporate Courier, and they are almost looks like insignificant as far as Blue Dart is concerned. So Blue Dart has got a real leadership position in the segment and growing very strongly. Now we will pause and go and see the attractiveness of the share. We have concluded so far this is a very good company to keep in the portfolio. Then the second question comes, is it the right time to enter? So let's hold for a while and see if it is right time to enter the share. If you go to the price chart of the share, so very first thing is let's take the maximum price chart, which I had showed you earlier. This goes up and comes down, and again it is an uptrend here, and then the price is lower than 200 days and 50 days moving average. And from that perspective, it is a very attractive at this point in time. If you look at the P ratio, normally we look at P ratio for 5 years, lower than the median. You can see here median is around 55 and it is trading at about 38, 36, 38. 3 years, median is about 50. Again, it is lower. 1 year, median is 43. It is trading at 35.6, 38. So all the P parameter, this appears attractively priced. Now let's look at price to book. Price to book for 5 years is also about lower than the median. Price to book for 3 years, again lower than the median. And price to book for 1 year is much lower than the median. So on all these 6 parameters, 6 score which we have looked at, it appears attractive. So when we go here and compile those observations in a thing like here, you find that all the parameters is green here. Last peak was 9600 and today it is about 26% cheaper than the peak. So it's a good time to enter the stock. Now let's look at some management commentary. They have their own aviation, integrated courier company, transit times, reliable high service quality, extensive reach network, best class technology. They experiment with drone also, consistent record of growing. They have a leadership position and continuing and growing the leadership position. So looking at all these, the company appears very, very attractive to keep in a long-term portfolio. And therefore, summarizing indicators, CPS, OPM sales, they are all rising. Market leader with 54% market share. Last 3 years sales went up 1.65 times and net profit by 6 times. So good bet to take at this stage. Friends, Blue Dart, based on the short analysis which we have done, appears to be a very good company to make entry at this point in time. I do have in my portfolio as well. And one thing I like to say that stock investing is risky. So before making up your mind on investing, ensure that you consult your investment advisor or do your own research. Purpose of this video is purely educational. So if you like the video, please do forward to your social groups, including WhatsApp and Facebook, and don't forget to put the comment on the channel. Also, if you are not subscribed, do subscribe to the channel and help us grow the channel. Thank you so much and see you next time.